Insufficient funds. You ain't got no money.
Hey Couture Bays, it's your girl Barbara going live with the Read Talk and Bay Squad. We gotta talk about Milagro going off on Tory Lanez. She said she was gonna stop talking about him, but baby, y'all knew that wasn't gonna happen. This is how she pays her bills, or maybe she don't pay her bills. I don't know. But before we get started, let's like, comment, and subscribe. Tap that notification bell so you can get all the updates and alerts. And remember, opinions are not facts. Everything we say here is allegedly and for entertainment purposes solely. So sit back, relax, sip some apple juice or my favorite vegan water, and let's get into the mess, shall we? Listen, this has been the wildest times. And the fact that Milagro is acting like she doesn't understand how did we all get here. Baby, you're trending. You're trending with Diddy because the person you have been swinging and banging for threw you under the bus and you're just now realizing it, but not in the way everybody else is. You're making excuses to why Tory Lanez did wrong by you and to the Millie mob. Listen, there's no beef. Everything is fair when it's on the internet. It is what it is. It's up and it's stuck. But let's get into her words, not ours.
They said he was getting this outpouring of support, and now this comment has made him the bad guy. So let's ask a question. Do we think that Jason Lee is an agent of chaos who said that to cause division? You have, let me take a screen, or not, I already took a screenshot. Let me read to you all of the people, not all, but some of the celebrities that have shouted out Daystar since Drake did. Drake reposted his campaign. Trippie Redd posted his campaign. Popcan posted it. A Boogie. Tory Lanez reposted. Ty Dolla $ign posted him. Kodak Black. Kanye West and Joyner Lucas, to name a few. They said, not Popcan. However the fuck you say it. So all of these big names have reposted this campaign. And then Jason Lee gets up and says, oh, they start texting me and said that he took the charge for Kelsey because his mama died when he was 11 and he couldn't better take her away from her son. I could see how that could be looked at as divisive because that would make people not want to support. They said text him when? This year, he claims. He claims he got a text this year. And he said, let me scroll up to before he got stabbed. So he acting like he talked to the nigga this week. And then he scrolls up and he says this year. We ain't nothing but 5 months into the fucking year. And that nigga scrolled and he said, I hit him up. And he answered. And he asked Daystar for his number. And he asked him, what's your number? And he gave it. And there was a follow-up conversation. That's what he said. And this is part of the shit that angers me. Because you can't help somebody that don't want to help their damn self. If you got a damn appeal and you fighting publicly and, in the courts to say this is what happened and it was this great injustice and whoop-de-whoop, it's not a good look to have niggas sitting up here claiming you said this or that. You know that I've conducted an interview for with Daystar Daddy. You know that. And you know that the only thing we would have been interviewing about is the damn situation. Thank you. So you know damn well that I would have some version of events. I won't say that they're here, but you know damn well we've gotten into it, right? You can only imagine. If I've been sitting down doing interviews and blah, 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 you don't think that has been a topic of discussion? Okay, then. But have I ever gotten up and asserted that Daystar said anything? No, absolutely not. You want to know why? Because he's fighting a fucking case. And if this nigga ain't never got up and said whatever his side of a story is, why the fuck would it be my place to get up and speak for that man? Which could turn into something that's contradictory or something that goes against anything. Like, you just speaking out of turn running your mouth. So I have always made sure not to try to speak for him in any capacity or even repeat anything that may have taken place in between an interview or something that's been conducted that did not happen or did not come out. Do you understand how easy it would be for me to get up and turn on the camera and say, all right, y'all, this is everything I was told. This is what I know. You know how fucking easy that would be? But I would never do that. Ever. And it never was on my mind. And in the 5 years that this has been going on, you've never seen me do that. But every time I turn around, I see niggas doing that. And it's like, I don't get it. But maybe it ain't for me to get. They said, why did Jason hold that information? Because he would have been screaming exclusive. They said Kim Barbie made fun of Tory stabbing incident. I don't follow him, so I ain't see that shit. So they said, did he show the text or he just read it? He just read it. He didn't show us a damn thing. And honestly, I don't think that there was anything exclusive about what he said per se. Not enough to run no exclusive. No. Somebody said, I'm disappointed that you even believe that shit. I'm disappointed that you would type that bullshit up. You guys, Daystar does fuck with Jason Lee. Yes, he does. I'm not saying that, like Jason Lee said, they're not friends or nothing, but there is an open line of communication between them. Yes, it is. So don't come and tell me I can't believe you believe that. They do fucking talk. They do. A lot of people think that Whack 100 is a polarizing character. That's messy, that maybe people shouldn't really divulge things to. Daystar talk to him. Whack 100 gets up and says, I talk to Daystar every day. Whack 100 don't give a fuck about getting up and claiming this or that. He say anything out of his mouth. Anything. And Daystar still talks to him. One would think he wouldn't, but he does. For whatever his reason is. So the shit is not far-fetched. And it just is what the fuck it is. Honestly. It is what it is. They said, I feel like waters get muddy when it seems like people doing and saying things or sharing things to spite Megan instead of out of true support for Tory. My whole thing is, nobody seems to give a fuck about that because everybody is so excited by these people now saying these things. I have seen so many people so hyped, so happy. Daystar just reposted Ty Dolla $ign, right? I'm asking a question, not trying to be funny. Has Ty Dolla $ign ever said free Tory before this? Or posted free Tory on his story or anything relative? Not to my knowledge. There had not been any industry nigga that was willing to publicly say free him. Somebody said yes, he has. Somebody said, I thought I saw him on a podcast once. They said they got a song together. They said Drake is the only one that publicly said something. Because I remember Drake had said 3 to guys. Somebody saying he has. They said no, Ty Dolla $ign did too. They said Kodak been showing love too. That's true.
A few moments later.
But so let's ask another question. Are there people that are saying free him now that were silent prior? That answer is yes. And then the follow-up question is, what changed? There's nothing that's been reasserted that hasn't already existed. So with that being known, what changed? So they said maybe because he almost died. Okay. Well, if a nigga gotta almost lose his life when you feel like he innocent anyway, and them finally saying something make you jump, then God bless you. Like I said, I just could never be crumbed. Wouldn't have got no repost out of me. They said, girl, what changed was a white woman said something. Hmm. Mm. They said what changed was a white woman said something. And the disturbing ass reality is, it would appear as though that white woman is more valued. Okay. For whatever reason. For whatever reason. But she's more valued. Because somebody gonna say, well, this person, somebody said, so is this a case of right message, wrong messenger? If I'm the wrong messenger, then God bless our community. Because if somebody that look like you, talk like you, walk like you, stands up for you, if that's the wrong messenger, and a white woman is the right one, then goddamn. Then goddamn. And I think it's so sad that it comes to a point where it does feel like, and my whole thing is somebody might say, well, this person has a platform and this should be understood because of this or that. If I'm so damn ghetto and all that other shit, then I just want you to remember that it was this ghetto little bitch that had people thinking and giving niggas a chance. I didn't see no white bitches vouching for niggas. Maybe I blinked. But when I looked around, all I saw were people that said, fuck that nigga. We don't give a fuck what happens to that nigga. I saw threats on his life. I saw people saying that he didn't deserve anything. Don't play his music, fuck him. That's what I saw. And I know that I used my little voice to say, well, I don't think that's right. If you gonna come back and tell me that wasn't good enough because you ain't got 1 million subscribers, then if God gives me the opportunity to have them, you gonna hate me because I never look back then. If that's the case. If that's the case, then I understand why people get in a position and say, nigga, fuck what you talking about. Somebody said, do you feel like your efforts have gone in vain? No comment. No comment. Y'all, what's the song we could play to cleanse our palate? What's the perfect song to play? Not Big Mama. That's what you gonna do for Big Mama for real. They say go play Backstabbers, bitch. No, that one don't fit right. I want one that really just feels right. They said play. You know what? I'm not even about to run my campaign ad no more. I'm even gonna run it. And the link is in my motherfucking link tree. You know I have one. And if you want to give your ass will. Milagro, right? So I'll remind you and shit like that. But I don't even want to hear that shit. They say go play Understanding. They say no, go play Looking Ass Nigga. They say go play Family Matters. Yeah, let's go play Family Matters. Bitch, I feel like Drake. Millie, we working on a surprise for you. Is it a basket of dirty laundry? The type of shit y'all surprise me with don't be worth shit. What are y'all doing something nice for me? And please, no signs. No lights with bad energy. I was sick for 40 days and 40 nights, child. I say laptop gate. What song did I say I was about to play? Family Matters. I gotta know. I gotta know. Wait, what?
Maybe in this song, you shouldn't start by saying, Nigga, I said it, I know that you mad. I've emptied the clip over friendlier jabs. You mentioned my seed, now deal with
Yes. Delusional. It doesn't matter how many celebrities support Tory. They're going to share the celebrities because they have what? Notoriety and presence. Do you have these things? To an extent. But after the trial, you were known as the woman who was spreading misinformation and you never bounced back from that. You stood 10 toes deep. 10 toes deep in I feel like this. You don't have to like Megan. A lot of people don't like Megan, but you don't have to lie. You don't have to create these narratives. Like, girl, if you was going to be doing all that, you should have got paid. Like his lawyers are getting paid. And to expect reciprocity from somebody who's a known degenerate is crazy. And then the streets are saying you and your husband are having a rough time. I feel bad for you. Financial strain causes that. Those are the big fives when it comes to marriage. Money, and you don't have the money. You're out here arguing that you're not buying laptops and Lululemon and all types of things with the donations. They said you misappropriated the funds. I don't know. Again, I don't care. But what I do care about is this. When we sat up here as content creators and said, Milagro, please, enough is enough, stop talking, you did not want to listen. And that's weird to me because you had so much to say about Tasha K. Now it's like you can't even take the advice of somebody who's been there, done that, and they had the money to pay for a lawyer. You don't have the money because otherwise you would have had an attorney. You was relying on the United the People, and they don't give a damn about you. They used you. You were a pawn in their game. And for the slow ones in the back, shouldn't he be asking to be exonerated since there's all this newfound evidence? I'm not a lawyer, and I got a Louisiana education, but begging for a pardon means you're guilty. Innocent people asked to be exonerated. Last time I checked, I don't know. The legal eagles, go off in the comments. I'm just trying to see what's up. And what's crazy is we have this attorney who spoke with Tory as well. Let's get into that.
But I was actually just talking to Tory on the phone. And and so I popped on here and I'm like, you know what? Let me get on here and talk to everybody real quick. About, I know everybody probably wants to hear how Tory's doing. But Tory is recovering and he's doing the best that he could be doing right now. What a champ. I can't even tell you. Like, for a man that's been stabbed 14 times, and just very terrible spots, his just spirits are so high. And all the support that he's receiving is just like, is fueling him. So we really are pushing so, so, so hard. I wish there were so many things I could tell you, but you guys will learn more this week, for sure. But I can't even tell you how exciting the petition and the growth of it with Drake and everybody. We have been on the phone with all of these artists, and encouraging them to speak out for Tory now, because this is when it really counts.
Again, everybody's getting exclusives, but you keep saying he doesn't owe you anything, but you're going off on tangents like he owes you for being the only one. I was the sole person out here swinging and begging, looking like a fool. What if he paid these celebrities to repost him? That's weird. And the fact that he couldn't even repost your GoFundMe so you can get the money, strange. But what do I expect from the girls who be doing the pick me behavior who never get picked? All this trouble going on in your life, it could have been nipped in the bud a long time ago, but you're hard-headed. And like the old folks say, a hard head make a soft ass. But what are your thoughts on this, Paige? What are your opinions? Do you think Milagro can bounce back from this? I told y'all I think Megan's end goal is to take her off the internet, but we shall see. Comment down below. I gotta go. Bye, hoes.